Hello people of the internet, it's Whodunit Studios here and welcome to another video for you guys today. Today we are back with some more Quest TCG content, but before we hop right into some new cards to show you, I just wanted to say to all of you guys out there who are watching this video and who have subscribed over the past couple of weeks, months, however long you've been subscribed, thank you so very much, because we it's actually been like almost a week now, but we hit 1,000 subscribers, which is just crazy, guys. And we would never have done it, quite literally, without every single one of you guys. So I just have to thank you so very much for coming and watching the videos, enjoying it enough to subscribe, because without you guys we would not have gotten here. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. And there is a 1,000 subscriber special coming, so I'm working on that. Still planning it, but it is coming. So please look forward to that. So to hop into what we've got today, we've got a few more new cards to look at today. Progress in the game has been a little bit slow due to my crazy school schedule and all this other stuff that I have to do for Quest. And, you know, like I want to do the shorts, I'm working on a potential comic, stuff like that kind of stuff. It's really slowed down production, but we've got some stuff for you guys to look at. So we're gonna do that today. It's gonna be great. So guys, we're just gonna head right on over to the other camera angle and you guys can hop right into seeing what I have to show you today. So let's just cut on right over to the other camera angle. Alrighty guys, so we are now at the other camera angle and you guys can actually see my hands. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so we're not actually at the computer today to look at cards, and the reason behind that is because I just recently got a printer, so I've been able to actually print the cards out to show you guys. So right here, and I know guys, for those of you who are new viewers, I know the question that you've been dying to ask, does he even have hands? You have never seen them. But yes, I do have hands. The secret is out, I do have hands. And this board, if you're wondering, is literally just a piece of my desk. So this is how professional YouTube videos are made, guys. I've officially got 1,000 subscribers, so that means I'm a professional YouTuber. I'm pretty sure that's how that works, guys. So right here we've got all 16 cards that are currently in Quest. So beginning with the first 8, and hopefully I count these correctly, so I don't give you any spoilers. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those, yes, okay. So these are currently the 8 that you guys have seen right here, printed out and in card sleeves. These are all in set order, so you can see we have Vetus the Devourer. Actually has a little Quest short animation thing on the channel. You can check that out, link in the description below. And then we have Puriel the Protector, who's actually may be getting her own Quest short pretty soon here. So I'm gonna just breeze through these guys because you've actually seen them already. So then we have Dragon Hatchling, the first gold rare in the game, and also the first Dragon class creature made for the game. After that we have Canebot, and these are all, like I said, in set order. So this is I don't know if you guys can see this because it didn't come out very bright. Yeah. But you can kind of maybe see in there that little green, it's not really showing up, but that little green pill-shaped little area. It says Quest, or no, it says Set 1 rather, take up the Quest 004. And that's because that's 4th card in set 1, base set 1, and take up the Quest, Canebot. And I think a lot of you guys seem to like Canebot. Okay, and then we have Artorias, the Valiant Soul, of course. Let me just make sure focusing is right here. It's kind of, okay, there we go. Then we have Flame Paladin, Charmbot. I just threw Charmbot, I'm sorry guys. Let me pick her up real quick there. Oh. Charmbot. And last but certainly not least of the first 8 cards, Hourglass Beast, Bighorn. Move these back a little bit so you guys can see. So those were the first 8 that you guys saw. Last time I made a video, the Quest On update, or it was Introduction in Zones, but I can't remember exactly what I named it. So these were the ones, all of the cards that were finished when I last made a video. We now have 8 more cards to show you guys. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen some of these already, because I do post a lot of in-progress shots, and when things are first finished, I typically post them to Instagram. So definitely follow me there. That will also be down in the description box down below. Go check it out. So the first card, I'm gonna go in set order, I think. I'm just gonna go in set order. I think that'll be easiest. So we're going to go with, this should be, if they're all in order, it is. This is card number 9 for set 1. The first armament card for the game, Sword of Avalon. Now, Sword of the Avalon is a legendary class armament card, and I'm really happy with how the artwork turned out. Let me put that into focus for you guys there. I'm really happy with how the art came out for this. I think it's pretty cool. I think it ended up looking pretty cool. And like I said, it's a legendary class armament. That's what the little icon there means. I'm also really happy with how these little class logos came out. Its ability reads, this armament may be equipped This armament may only be equipped to a warrior with 200 or less damage. Once per turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the void to double the damage of the armed warrior until the end of the turn. Alright, so that is Sword of Avalon. Set 1, card number 9. Or not, yes, 9. I was right the first time. Don't ever second guess yourself, kids. You probably know what you're talking about, maybe. Maybe do second guess yourself. Moving on, we have number 10. And this is actually the first card made for the game that was not drawn by me. So one of the things that I set out to do when I first started making this game was I wanted, and this was something that I planned for, by having a little box down at the bottom that says, ooh, I think you guys can read that. It says illustrated by Joshua Robertson. That's my name, don't wear it out. And one of the things I wanted to strive to do was have other artists' art featured in the game to give the game a little bit of artistic diversity, and also to just make it a little bit easier on me making the game, because there's a lot of things I wanted to do for Quest On that aren't just making the card game itself. So I want to do, for example, the Quest shorts. I also want to do a comic that I have sort of in the works. I make no promises on that because it might not, depending on how things go, it might or might not happen. But this is the first card that wasn't illustrated by me. It was illustrated by another artist. This is, let me see if I can get this focused. Zachariah, the Fire Mage. One thing that you guys may notice is that the video quality is, I'm hoping, at least a little bit better on this video. I'm actually recording with a DSLR, so hopefully things look pretty good. Here's hoping, at least. So, it takes a little bit to focus it, I guess. Okay, so Zachariah the Fire Mage is a flame class summoner. I believe he's not the first summoner, I don't think. He is a summoner, though. I'm going through and checking. Okay, yeah, no, he's not the first summoner. Okay, but he is a flame class summoner with 100 damage and 150 health. His ability reads, once per turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the void to target 1 random card in your opponent's hand. That card is vanquished and sent to the void. So a little bit of a good card for some hand destruction for your opponent. A little bit of disruption, always fun. Zachariah is a really nice card. There's also a little bit of lore going to be between him and some other cards in his, I'm not going to say archetype because they're not really an archetype, but they all kind of share a similar name. So moving on, we have number 11. And this is another card that was not drawn by me. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. The Zachariah the Fire Mage is drawn by Christopher Pitcher, or as many of you may know him, Cogs of War TCG. So I completely blanked on that because I'm focusing too much on how cool it looks and how cool its ability is. So I completely blanked on that. My apologies. So the next card is also a card drawn by an artist that I brought in to draw a card for the game. And this is he. I am so in love with this card. I think it looks so cool. This is Void Abomination. He's a silver rare. So I think he is only the 2nd silver rare in the game. So he's a silver rare, unholy class creature with 270 damage and 280 health. This is illustrated by Ralph Nixon Jr., or as a lot of you may know him, Angels of the Renaissance TCG. So really awesome stuff. He sent me just a rough sketch, and I sort of did some line art to make it sort of fit like within Quest, you know. So I mean, if you've seen some of his art, it's very sketchy and it looks really cool, but it doesn't exactly fit with the sort of
Quest kind of has its own style with like really thick outlines and things, and so it still has a little bit of a cartoony art style, so I wanted to keep that with this card. So I did the line art and color and everything, and I think he turned out looking really, really cool. His ability states, once per turn, if a warrior, summoner, or creature that you control other than Void Abomination is vanquished and sent to the void while this card is in your void, you may conjure this creature onto your battlefield. So a really cool little ability there. So basically, if you had, say for example, I'm using Zachariah because he's here. So if Void Abomination was in your void and Zachariah gets destroyed, you could just conjure Void Abomination. So really cool little ability there, really cool, really cool. I think he'll be very useful. I think a lot of people will like him. And it's once per turn, so I might, judging by based on how some playtesting goes, I might have to change that to once per game. We'll have to find out. So moving on to number 11, card number 11, and this might be, I don't want to say anything yet, but this might be my favorite artwork currently in the game. And this one is drawn by me. This one is Uller, the Drake of the Arctic. And this is our first real dragon, I would say. I mean, Dragon Hatchling is nice and all, but you know, he's just a baby. He's just a little baby. He can't really do a whole lot, you know? So I wanted to give us a big bad dragon here, and I want to zoom, get a little bit of a close-up of the art here because I'm really happy with how he turned out. This was the first time I tried to do like hair, you know, in a like with proper shading and things in an artwork, and I think it turned out looking really cool. I like the ice shards. I think he's really, really cool. And it's gonna be a part of, again, a little bit of a pseudo archetype. They don't actually have any combos together or anything, but they're sort of share a similar naming sense. You'll see the second one of them in a little bit here. So Uller is of course a dragon class creature. He's a gold rare, as you can clearly see, so he's going to be a little bit hard to pull in the set. But he's a dragon class creature with 390 health and 400 damage, or other way around, 390 damage and 400 health, as you can sort of see there. I'm not entirely sure how well this is coming up on camera because I can't really see the camera very well, but I hope it looks fine. I'm really happy with this one. I did draw this one, like I said, and I think he might be my favorite I've drawn so far. So moving on from him, Uller, so cool. I hope you guys like him. I hope you guys, I hope this gets you excited for some of the stuff that might be featured in set 1. So moving on, we have the first castle card for the game, and this sort of goes a little bit hand in hand with Uller there. This is Spire of Logaria. Again, this one I actually drew on stream the other day as a part of the 1,000 subscribers special sort of stream thing. I'm going to be doing a proper 1,000 subscriber special video, but that's still being worked on. So this is Spire of Logaria. As you guys can see, I did work on this on stream, so if you want to watch that stream recording, it is available on the channel. You can watch as this card gets made. It was pretty cool. So this is a dragon class castle. This is going to be a primary castle piece. So castles are working a little bit differently in this game than how they worked in the original version of Quest. So in this game, or in Quest Song, you're going to have one major castle that's going to serve as the keep for your castle, the main protective center of your castle. So for example, we'll use Spire of Logaria here. So you would have Spire of Logaria, and it would be on the field from the beginning of the game. You wouldn't have this in your deck. It's immediately going to be placed on the field as soon as you start the game. And it's got your health and some ability of some relation. But then you'll also have the ability to draw sort of add-ons to your castle. Like maybe you draw a tavern card, and you can play the tavern down, and it'll have its own ability, and it'll have its own health score. And maybe you draw an inn, and that inn, you got your inn here, you've got your tavern there, and they'll give you extra abilities. Let me make sure I put this back in the right order. And you'll have extra abilities that those cards will offer to your main keep. And I feel like I've got manual focus on this camera just to make sure things stay cool, so I've got to keep adjusting it every little bit there. But so that's sort of how castles are going to work. You're going to have one major castle, one primary castle, and then you're going to have auxiliary castle pieces that you can play alongside it. But Spire of Logaria is a primary castle piece, so this will be on the field from the beginning of the game until either you win the game or your opponent destroys it. So as I said, it's a dragon class castle, so like I said, to go sort of in line with Uller here, This castle's ability states, if this is your active castle, you may play dragon class creatures, which is awesome because that is another one of the requirements. One of your castles, whether it's your primary castle or your auxiliary castles, has to say verbally that you can play dragons or you can't play dragons. That's why dragons are actually usually pretty strong. Again, we had Dragon Hatchling, who's a little bit weaker, but that's just how he's a baby. What are you gonna do, right? So Spire of Bulgaria's secondary ability states, once per turn, if you draw a dragon class creature, you may reveal it, then draw one additional card. So that's really nice. So basically, if you say for example this is your deck here, and you've got Ullr on top, you can draw your card. You're like, oh, that's a dragon. Reveal it to your opponent, and then you get to draw one additional card, right? It's a pretty cool little ability for your primary castle. Not the best ability that's gonna be in the game for these castles, but still pretty cool. There's gonna be, I'm sort of still toying with how many primary castles are gonna be in the game. I'm thinking probably 6 or 7 of them within, or at least in set 1, at least released in set 1. So moving on, we have the second dragon so far made for the game. The second fully grown dragon, I should say, made for the game, and this is Apollo, Drake of the Burning Sea. So this Apollo is like a little bit more like a traditional fire-breathing dragon, but you can see that he sort of goes with Ullr here. The two of these have a sort of similar name. They're something, the Drake of something, and that's sort of going to be a common trend with some set 1 dragons. Not that they're not really an archetype because they don't really work together, but they sort of go together, you know. But Apollo is actually pretty cool. I like Apollo. I think his art came out looking pretty cool as well. I'm really happy with the art for this for Queston so far. I think it looks pretty cool. So he is obviously a dragon class creature. Oh no, he was going to be a water class creature, guys. Who would have guessed he was a dragon class? He's a dragon class creature with 400 damage and 350 health. So he's a little bit stronger offensively than Ullr, but he's also a little bit weaker defensively. His ability states, once per turn, if this creature vanquishes one of your opponent's warrior summoners or creatures, you may target and vanquish one card in your opponent's hand at random. So a really cool kind of effect. It's sort of like he's attacking. The logic kind of behind it is he's attacking, and that fire is just sort of spreading everywhere, so it spreads to your opponent's hand. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I actually read through the ability of Ullr, so let's go through it really quick, because it's actually really good. His ability states that when this creature successfully vanquishes a warrior, summoner, or creature that your opponent controls, all your opponent's warrior, summoners, and creatures are vanquished and sent to the void. So a really, really, really good ability. All you have to do is destroy one monster your opponent controls, and they're all gone. So a little bit good there. That might need a little bit of tweaking down the line depending on how some playtesting goes, but we'll just have to see. Alright, so moving on to the next card. We have the second of the mages, as I was saying with Zachariah. He's a little bit, again, sort of, not really an archetype, but it's kind of. We have Catalina, the water mage. And this is actually the first water class creature card for the game, so that's pretty cool. I drew her art, and I think she came out looking pretty good. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself, and to keep the pun there. So Catalina is a water class summoner. Okay, oh geez, who would have guessed? With 200 damage and 120 health. Her ability states, once per turn, if this card vanquishes a warrior, summoner, or creature your opponent controls and sends it to the void, you may draw one card. And so it should be pretty useful. Take out a monster or take out a warrior, summoner, or creature, and you get an additional card that turn. So moving on to the last card. Oh guys, we're already there. We're already at the last card that I have to show for you guys today. And this one is a little bit nostalgic, guys. A little bit of a blast from the past. The first sorcery card from the game. I wanted to get, now with this card, I do believe we have one card for every card type within the game, with I think the only exception being I don't think we have any auxiliary castles completed. Alrighty guys, you got a little bit of a weird cut there. I'm not entirely sure where it cut off. My camera decided to cut some stuff off. But we're going to take a look at the last card for the video, and this is going to be Power Surge. It's a resurgence, guys. He's back. He's back, and he's better than ever. And I'm really happy with how the art came out. It's pretty simple, and I did it in about 5 minutes because of how simple it was. But I knew I wanted Power Surge to be back, and so I drew it. It's just a little bit of a fist and some lightning encircling it. So pretty simple. But let's actually, because I have one of them right here, just as a little bit of a throwback, we're going to compare. Here we have, face down here, we have the original Power Surge. Let's see how much we have improved. Oh, jeez, guys. I don't know which one's better at. I remember when I drew this, it feels like just yesterday. I was so excited, you know, because I never drawn, like, I drew a hand and it sort of looked like a hand. But I'm so glad with the progress that we've made, and I think this new Power Surge looks really cool. And one thing you will know about Power Surge, if you're an avid fan of the game, is that in the original version of Quest, Power Surge was an armament. It is now a sorcery card, as you can see written there. The ability is exactly the same, though. Discard one card to target one warrior, summoner, or creature you control. Double that card's damage until the end of the turn. So exactly the same as it was, well, a little bit different, but because this one was an armament, it had an ability, an extra ability stating that it had to be sent to the void at the end of the game, or at the end of that turn, but this is a sorcery card, so it doesn't need that optional, or that extra little bit there. This is also a legendary class sorcery, mostly because I couldn't think of what else it might be. So, there we have the 8 cards I have to show you today. So let us take a little bit of a review. Here we have the 8 cards. We're just sort of getting them sort of lined up here. The 8 cards from our last video, and the 8 cards from this video. I can't tell how this looks yet. I'm still setting it up. I can't look at the camera yet. I'll look at the camera and then it'll look all crappy and I'll have to move it around again. Alright, it looks fine. Hey, it looks fine. Move those there. So, we have 16 cards completed for the game. A little bit of progress. I'm hoping, really hoping, to get the game completed sometime this year, but just based purely on my schedule, that might be a little tough, but we're going to try. And maybe if I can get some more artists to help out, maybe it will be viable. So if you are out there and you're an artist and you'd like to have your art featured in the game, please let me know in the comments down below, or reach out to me on Discord or through Instagram, and I will definitely be able to talk with you about that. But yeah, so 16 cards. It's really cool just to be able to hold these cards. It's so, you know, there's something about being able to hold cards in your hands, right? You've got them on the computer, it's all fine and dandy, you can look at them and stuff, but it's not until you have them sort of in your hands that you're like, wow, I really made a thing. Alright guys, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling up to it. If you have any comments about the cards, if you liked anything, if you want to talk more about abilities, or you have any concerns or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. That's down, yes. I'm sort of backwards on this camera, so it's like, oh, whoa, which way is up, which way is down, which way is, that's sideways. But yeah, if you want to, or if you just want to chat with me about the game, or your games, or anything in the comment section down below, please do. It would be awesome to talk with you guys. And again, thank you so very much for 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy. I never thought I'd ever reach 1,000 subscribers. I don't really know what to say. It's kind of crazy, and I will be doing a 1,000 subscribers special. I did a poll on Instagram for what you guys might want to see, and you guys voted that you wanted to see a second Quest TCG short. But just in the interest of fairness, you guys here on YouTube are going to get a vote as well. Please comment down in the comment section below what you'd like to see for the 1,000 subscribers special. And yeah, so I can't wait to see what you guys put down there. And thank you guys once again for dropping by and watching the video, and I appreciate it very much. Make sure there are going to be links to my Instagram, Twitch, and the other thing I said. I feel like I said 3 things. Was it 3 things? I can't remember, guys. I think it was 3 things. I'll watch the video back and I'll put all those links down in the description. Make sure to check them out. And guys, that is all I have for you today. Again, thank you very much for watching and subscribing. And I will see you guys next time.